Hello DigiFam, it's Prodigious, and I'm here with another deck profile. Now again, better late than never, but today we're going to be going over the new versions of the Three Musketeers. Let's get into it. Alright, so starting off, we're going to be using the new egg from EX7, which is the majority of this set is all from EX7. So we're looking at Caporimon. Has your turn once per turn. When effect places an option card with the Three Musketeers trait in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, gain a memory. Pardon me. Next we're going with 4 copies of Toy Agumon. This guy has on play, by trashing 1 card with Three Musketeers trait in your hand, you get to draw 2 cards. And it also has the inheritable of Reboot. I'm also running 4 copies of Sparrowmon. Now this guy has started your main phase by placing 1 option card with the Three Musketeers trait from your hand or trash. As the bottom Digivolution card of one of your Digimon, draw 1. Inheritable is going to be Retaliation. And then our last rookie is going to be 3 copies of Toy Agumon, the red version. It has on play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 card with the Three Musketeers in its text, and 1 option card with a cost of 6 among them, and turn them to your hand, bottom deck the rest. This also has the inheritable of your turn, this Digimon gets plus 2000 DP. And as you can tell, I'm going with more of a black base with this deck. You can go with a red base variant where you use the red version of Digimon, pardon, of where it can go ahead and just be considered a Three Musketeer because of its rule trait ability, making it easier to digivolve some of your other colored level 4s and 5s on top and such. But I believe this is the better way to go because it's going to be faster in the long run. Because you want to get into your Megas, you want to get into your Three Musketeers as fast as possible. By going with the black base, you skip the middleman sometimes with this guy. And that is the old school BT6 Deputymon. It has on play, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck, add 1 Digimon with Three Musketeers in its type, and or 1 option card with a memory cost of 7, which we don't run any of those. So it's going to be just looking to pick up a Three Musketeer type. Then trash the rest. Your turn, this Digimon can digivolve into a Digimon card with the Three Musketeers in its type from your hand for a memory cost of 6, ignoring its Digivolution requirements. No inheritable, but it can digivolve in a pinch on top of one of our black rookies for 2. Then we have 4 copies of Tankmon from EX7. Evolves on top of a black for 2, or anything that has Three Musketeers in its type for 2. It has on play, pardon me again, or when digivolving, by returning 3 cards with the Three Musketeers trait from your hand or trash to the bottom of the deck, de-digivolve 1 of your opponent's Digimon. It also has the inheritable of Reboot. Now we go into our Ultimates. Yes, this is not the old school version of the Three Musketeers. We actually do run some Ultimates in here. I'm running 3 copies of 1 version of Gigadramon from EX7, and then 3 copies of Megadramon from EX7. So whenever you don't get the Deputymon we just discussed, and you actually have to climb up your chain as normal, or maybe sometimes you want to actually just climb up, depending on the situation, you'll be able to use these 2 to help you get there. So Gigadramon, he digivolves from a black for 3, so he can digivolve from any of our 2 other level 4s. He also has an on-play and when digivolving effect, reveal top 4 cards of your deck, and place 1 option card with the Three Musketeers trait among them in this Digimon's Digivolution cards. Return the rest to top or bottom of the deck. This effect placed, delete 1 of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers with a play cost of 3 or less. It also has the inheritable of Collision. So what he's going to offer us is the ability to go ahead and dig a little bit more into our deck, grab something along the lines of an option card, and pop something in the process. So very good. Now, Megadramon here, we don't really have a way to properly digivolve him, but because this deck is Three Musketeers, we don't have a problem sometimes slamming down a big body. So we can just go ahead and play him for 7 and get his on-play when digivolving effect of by placing one option card with the Three Musketeers trait from your hand or trash as this Digimon's bottom Digivolution card, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 6,000 DP or less. So, for 7 cost, you're getting bodies on board and you're deleting something. It also has the inheritable of piercing. So, all in all, not too bad. So, in total, you could say we're using the 4 Deputymon plus this Gigadramon. So, it's almost as if we're running 7 level 5s. And then this level 5 of Megadramon here, we just hard play it so we can go ahead and get back an option card and pop a body. And then we get a body on board that if it sticks around for next turn, we can digivolve on top of. Or, better yet, Blast Ace. But moving forward, we go into our Megas. First up is going to be Gundramon. He's basically the defense of the Three Musketeers. He has Blocker. He has on play when digivolving. Reveal the top 6 cards of your deck. You may use one option card with the Three Musketeers trait among them without paying the cost and return the rest to the top or bottom of the deck. All turns, when your Digimon with the Three Musketeers trait would be to leave battle other than by one of your effects. By trashing one option card in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, they don't leave. So he is the protector. He's the big blocker. He will prevent stuff from leaving. And if we can manage to get some good inheritables underneath him, like, say, Collision and Reboot, we will definitely have ways of swinging with him as well. Next up, we go into our Beelstar. Now, Beelstar here, this is the ace. She has the hand counter blast ability, so that's why we're not afraid to just throw our cost 7 Megidramon out there if need be. It has on play when digivolving. Return one option card from your trash to the hand. Then you may use one option card with the Three Musketeers trait in your hand without paying the cost. When attacking, once per turn, by trashing one option card in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, you may use one option card with the Three Musketeers trait in your hand without paying the cost. So she likes to shuffle around your option cards and mix things up with the bullets. So very nice. Now we also have Beelstar X Antibody. Now I will take note and say, if you can help yourself, you actually are better off evolving any of your other 2 Three Musketeers into Beelstar X. Only in pinch situations, and keep mindful of it, will you actually go through with evolving Beelstarmon Ace into the X. And that's because of what her effect pertains to. So, she offers, when digivolving, you may use one option card with the Three Musketeers in its text from your hand without paying the cost. Then it has, when digivolving and when attacking, by trashing 2 cards with the Three Musketeers trait in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the highest level and trash their top security card. So the problem with this is it's looking to trash 2 cards with the Three Musketeers trait. So unless you've built up a couple of those option cards like we're going to be seeing into your sources, the only other thing you could probably pitch is going to be Beelstarmon Ace herself. So unless you don't mind giving your opponent an overflow of 4, I would be very mindful of that. Unless, of course, it's going to be a setup for the killing blow. And we'll get into that here in just a second. So, next we have Magna-Kidmon. He has on play when digivolving. You may use one option card with the Three Musketeers trait from your hand without paying the cost. Then draw cards until there are 6 cards in your hand. So he's going to be great for getting some cards back in our hand while blowing up something. He also has End of Your Turn, once per turn. By trashing one option card in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, one of your Digimon with the Three Musketeers trait gains Security Attack +1 for the turn and attacks. So this is what I meant by Killing Blow. You actually want to combine the power of Beelstarmon X with Musketeers specifically. Because if you are going to have to do the overflow thing like I mentioned, and you have Musketeers on board and you have the option to do its trick, you can make Musketeers or Beelstar X herself do the Killing Blow after you've managed to, say, use her effect to remove that final security. Now we're going into the options. We're running the new options for each of the Three Musketeers. We're running them at 4. So first up we have Der Blitz. This is Gundramon's signature move. When effect trashes this card from a Digivolution source, one of your Digimon can, or one of your opponent's Digimon gets de-digivolved by 1. While you have a Digimon with a Three Musketeers trait, you may ignore its color requirements. Its main effect when you play it from hand is delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest play cost, then place this card as the bottom Digivolution card of one of your opponent's, or one of your Three Musketeer trait Digimon. Pardon. Security effect is to delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest play cost. So this is strictly for just trying to delete something, and then when it gets trashed, it can de-digivolve something, and then security effect, it deletes the lowest. So it has essentially 3 different uses all on one card. Hurricane Screw Shot. This is Beelstarmon's signature new card. When effect trashes this card, gain 1 memory. While you have a Digimon with the Three Musketeers trait, you may ignore this color's requirements. Main effect when you play it from hand is delete one of your opponent's level 3, level 4, and level 5 Digimon. Then place this card as the bottom Digivolution card of one of your Digimon with Three Musketeers traits. Its security effect is the same as its main effect, of where you get to delete an opponent's level 3, level 4, and level 5. So this card actually can do 2 things. One is to give you back memory. The other one is to pop various levels all at the same time. Its security effect is the same as main. So overall, pretty good universal toolbox type of card. And then we have Chaos Triangular. This is Musketeers' new signature card. When effect trashes this Digivolution card, one of your Digimon gets plus 3000 DP until the end of your opponent's turn. And while you have a Three Musketeers trait Digimon, you get to ignore color requirements. Main effect when played by hand. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 9000 DP or less. For each of your Digimon with the Three Musketeers trait with different names, add 3000 to this DP-based deletion effect's maximum. Then place this card as the bottom Digivolution card of one of your Three Musketeer trait cards. So this is going to be a big power boosting card. It will go ahead and delete something, at least, but it will only delete something really strong if you have multiple of these guys on board. So depending on your situation, this could be just an empty card to play with. Its real good strong effect, I think, comes in the form of its security effect. Just straight up delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 12,000 DP or less. So its ability to actually do something in your hand is kind of limited. It depends on what you have on board. But that's okay. We have ways in this deck, as you've seen, to go ahead and just cycle cards in and out and just get them in trash and then absorb them. All kinds of shenanigans. And then last but not least, our memory fixer is going to be the BT18 Violent In Boots. She also offers a effect at the start of your main phase by trashing one option card or one card with the Ghost or Three Musketeers trait, draw a card. So a little bit of some digging and ciphering there. And like I said, they could build the more original variant of where you run the red Deputymon and actually do the whole trying to build a stack up shenanigans. But I believe in the end, this version is the better way to go. Now, there is some argument for a card. I think it is Ryudamon, back from BT8, I believe. The one that has the inheritable that says when a source gets tucked underneath it, you can gain a memory. If you wish, you could probably take out the Sparamon and run that instead. But I like the idea of the Sparamon being here because A, it gives you a way to go ahead and place option cards, both hand and trash, underneath your sources while drawing a card. Not to mention gives you retaliation. So even though the Ryudamon would be great for the memory cost, I can see a lot more uses out of the Sparamon. But anyway, that has been my take. Yes, it's not the original Three Musketeers of old, where we get to use the 7-cost option stuff. There might even be some crazy deck that you can whip up of where you try to mix the original Three Musketeer stuff with the new stuff. Because Beelstarmon X does say, in terms of the wording, on the when Digivolving, you may use one option card with the Three Musketeers in its text from your hand without paying the cost. So you could splash in a couple of the original 7-cost option cards. But I feel like that might take away from the overall power the new Three Musketeers are trying to do with their new option cards. I guess if you wanted to, you could drop one of each of the new ones and drop in like one of each of the original Three Musketeer option cards. That way you could probably have this Deputymon at least potentially pick up a 7-cost option card, but again, I don't think it's necessary. And opposite side of things, you could try to squeeze in the new Beelstarmon X into an old school Beelstar / Three Musketeer deck. The problem is she's not going to get her effects off as well as they could in this variant, because she's looking for multiple things that have the Three Musketeers trait in its Digivolution cards for her other effect. So Bandai knew exactly what they were doing. They knew that I think it was after so many sets, they decided that they need to be careful about what the memory cost is for options, or else it's just going to feed more power to the Three Musketeers. So then they decided to go ahead and start making option cards not always be 7-cost. And now they finally gave us a new set of Three Musketeers that are just completely different, and the only way they work is with their own unique cards from this set. So yes, it is kind of sad. And yes, you can try and brainstorm up something that mixes them, but I believe in the end it will only dilute the strengths of some cards over others. But anyway, that has been Prodigious. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you have, make sure you hit the like button, but definitely hit the smash on the subscribe button. If you have any comments, by all means, leave comments down below. I try and reply back to comments as much as I possibly can. And have a good one.